When your cat starts hiding more than usual, do you actually know what that means? You might think they're just being moody, or maybe they want some space. But behind that quiet disappearance, there's something deeper that most people completely miss. It's one of the most vulnerable things your cat can do. And if you ignore it, which most owners do, you might miss the one moment your cat truly needs your help. Let's start with what hiding really means. 1. The debunk. They just want space. You walk into your room and notice your cat isn't in their usual spot. No greeting. No soft meow. You check under the bed, and there they are, curled up, silent. Most people think, oh, they just want to be alone. But here's what's actually happening. Cats don't hide just for fun, not repeatedly, and not without reason. Occasional alone time is normal, yes. But a sudden increase in hiding behavior is often your cat's way of withdrawing from discomfort. Behavioral scientists have observed that cats tend to isolate themselves when they're not feeling well, both physically and emotionally. Think about that for a second. Your cat isn't just being distant. They may be trying to cope with something they don't understand themselves. And the deeper implication? If you misread this as normal independence, you might overlook the very first sign that something is wrong. So if it's not just about space, what is it about? 2. The science. Pain changes behavior first. Let's say your cat is eating a little less, moving a little slower, and hiding more. You might wait for something obvious, like limping or crying. But here's what's actually happening. Pain in cats rarely shows up in obvious ways. Instead, it changes behavior first. A 2020 study from the University of Lincoln found that subtle behavioral changes, like increased hiding, reduced interaction, and decreased grooming, are some of the earliest indicators of pain in cats. Your cat isn't dramatic. They're quiet. And that silence? It's not because they're fine. It's because their instincts tell them not to show weakness. Emotionally, this means your cat is dealing with discomfort alone, in the only way they know how. And what makes this even more meaningful is that they're not expecting you to notice. But if you do, you become their safety. 3. The scent/territory angle. Safe spaces matter more now. Have you ever noticed your cat hides in very specific places? Under your bed, inside your closet, behind familiar objects. That's not random. Here's what's actually happening. Cats rely heavily on scent to feel safe. Their favorite hiding spots are often places saturated with familiar smells. Your scent, their scent, or a mix of both. According to animal behavior research, cats use scent-marked areas as emotional anchors, especially during stress or illness. So when your cat is in pain, they don't just hide anywhere. They retreat to places that feel secure, predictable, and controlled. Emotionally, this is powerful. Your cat is trying to recreate a sense of safety in a moment where their body feels uncertain. Think about that for a second. They're not just hiding from the world. They're trying to feel okay again. And hey, if this is making you see your cat a little differently, hit like and subscribe. Because the more you understand these small behaviors, the stronger your bond with your cat becomes. 4. The evolutionary/maternal connection, survival instincts. Now let's go deeper. Why do cats hide pain instead of showing it? Here's what's actually happening. In the wild, showing weakness can be dangerous. Predators target the vulnerable. Even among their own kind, weakness can shift social dynamics. So over thousands of years, cats evolved to mask pain and isolate when they feel it. Even mother cats do this. When a mother cat is injured or stressed, she may temporarily distance herself from her kittens, not because she doesn't care, but because she's protecting them. That instinct still exists in your cat today. Emotionally, this means your cat isn't pushing you away. They might actually be trying to protect themselves, or even you, from something they don't understand. And the deeper implication? Their silence isn't indifference. It's survival. 5. The selective behavior. Why they still come to you sometimes. Now here's something confusing. Even if your cat is hiding more, they might still come to you occasionally. Maybe they sit near you quietly. Maybe they stay close, but not too close. So what gives? Here's what's actually happening. Cats don't completely shut down when they're in pain. They become selective. A 2019 study on feline-human bonding showed that cats tend to seek out familiar, trusted individuals during times of stress, but in controlled, low-energy ways. So instead of being playful or demanding, they stay near you quietly. This is their version of connection. Emotionally, it's incredibly meaningful. Your cat is saying, I don't feel okay, but I still trust you enough to be here. And that's a big deal, because even in discomfort, they're choosing you. 6. The ultimate revelation. Silence is the signal. Let's bring everything together. Your cat is hiding more. They're quieter, less active, more withdrawn, and nothing seems obviously wrong. Here's what's actually happening. The absence of normal behavior is the signal. Veterinary behaviorists often emphasize that what a cat stops doing is just as important as what they start doing. So if your cat stops greeting you, stops playing, stops sitting in their usual spots, that's silence. It's not nothing. It's communication. Emotionally, this is the most vulnerable state your cat can be in, because they're not asking for help directly. They're hoping you notice. And if you do, you become the one who understands them without words. 7. The warning: when to take it seriously. Now here's the part most people overlook. If your cat hides once in a while, fine. But if it becomes frequent, prolonged, or paired with other changes, that's when it matters. Here's what's actually happening. Consistent hiding, especially combined with appetite loss, changes in grooming, or low energy, can indicate underlying pain or illness that needs attention. Veterinary experts consistently warn that early detection in cats is critical, because by the time symptoms become obvious, the condition may already be advanced. Think about that for a second. Your cat won't tell you when it's serious. They'll just hide more. And the deeper implication? Waiting too long doesn't just delay treatment. It can reduce your cat's comfort and quality of life. So the next time your cat disappears under the bed or chooses the closet over your lap, remember this. It's not just about wanting space. It might be the quietest way they know how to say, something isn't right. And while the world sees a cat that's just hiding, you see something more. You see the small changes, the silence, the difference, and that changes everything. Because understanding your cat isn't about the loud moments. It's about noticing the quiet ones. And when you do, you become more than just their owner. You become the one who truly understands them.